Welcome to the video tutorials of the book Methods, Evaluation and Research in Education by Mohammad Aktaruzzaman. And today we're going to learn how to do normality test in SPSS. Before doing any parametric test, the normality of the data should be tested. Normal distribution of data can be defined by two parameters, the mean and standard deviation. There are two methods of assessing normality. One is numerical and the other is graphical. Kolmogorov, Smirnov and Shapiro-Wilk tests are the most widely used numerical method for checking normal distribution. However, Shapiro-Wilk test is more appropriate for small sample size, which is less than 50. And to determine normality graphically, we can use the output of a normal QQ quartile plot. Remember, the assumption of normality is important if one wants to generalize the findings beyond the sample collected. Let's go to an example. There are 60 students in a class and 20 students, amongst them are 10 male and 10 female, are selected as a sample. A researcher has administered an IQ test of the selected 20 students. The results of the test are 9, 7, 6, 9, 5, 8, 4, 7, 9, 6 for male and 7, 4, 6, 3, 7, 8, 5, 1, 4, 5 for female. Considering the above scenario, now we're going to test the null hypothesis. Here, the null hypothesis is the test scores are normally distributed. Let's see the SPSS data editor window at the screen. Now, go to File, then Open Data, and then Data File, and open the file Normality Test in the SPSS data editor. The file is shown in SPSS editor in the data view. Let's see the variable view of the data. There are two variables. One is score and the other is gender, which are of numerical type, and the scales of measurement are scale and nominal respectively. In the values column, you have to define the gender like male as 1 and female as 2. Okay, now go back to the data view of the SPSS data editor. You see the variables at the top of each column and also see the scores of 20 students both for male and female. The pattern of data view is different from the usual one. You can change the data view pattern by clicking the value labels icon, which is third from the right at the toolbar just below the menu bar. Now go to the Analyze menu, then Descriptive Statistics, then click Explore. Take the score of the test in the dependent list to see the normality of the overall score irrespective of male and female. If at the same time gender of the student is taken in the factor list, then normality of the score for female and male will be shown separately, which is optional. Now, click the Statistics button and select Descriptives and specify the confidence interval. Click Continue. Again click the Plots button and select the Normality Plots with Test, and then deselect the stem and leaf in the descriptive. Now click Continue and then press OK. See the output at the screen. Let's have a look on the table Test of Normality. The sig value in Kolmogorov-Smirnov test is 0.200 and in Shapiro-Wilk test is 0.418. For testing the hypothesis, SPSS needs only the sig value to be compared with 0.05. In SPSS interpretation, sig value greater than 0.05 means acceptance of the null hypothesis, and on the other hand, sig value less than 0.05 means rejection of the null hypothesis. As the sig value is greater than 0.05 in both Kolmogorov-Smirnov test and Shapiro-Wilk test, which means the null hypothesis is not rejected. So, the test scores are normally distributed, which satisfies the major assumption required for parametric test. Remember, if the data are normally distributed, then the data points will be close to the diagonal line. If the data points stray from the line in an obvious nonlinear fashion, then the data are not normally distributed. From the normal QQ plot, it is observed that the data points are close to the diagonal line, so the data are normally distributed, and the detrended QQ plot indicates the deviation from the normal. Just have a look at it. Hope you have learned normality test to some extent. Thank you for staying with us. It's Yasdani saying you goodbye.